What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shirley SHRM, and today we are covering the business cluster, behavioral competencies. So get out your notebooks, your pens, and your highlighters, and let's get into it. There are 3 behavioral competencies in the business cluster: business acumen, consultation, and analytical aptitude. These competencies describe the behaviors, attributes, and underlying knowledge necessary for HR professionals to identify, design, implement, and evaluate HR solutions that meet business objectives. The first competency, business acumen, is defined as the knowledge, skills, and other characteristics needed to understand the organization's operations, functions, and external environment, and to apply business tools and analysis that inform HR initiatives and operations consistent with the overall strategic direction of the organization. Subcompetencies within this competency include business and competitive awareness, business analysis, and strategic alignment. One key aspect of business acumen is business terms and concepts, which include competitive advantage, profit and loss, revenue, financial projections, quality, service level agreements, strategic plans, fixed and variable costs, supply and demand, net income, and key performance indicators. Examples of analyzing and interpreting business documents include strategic planning, contracts, grants, standard operation procedures, business plans, organizational charts, and business continuity plans. Elements of a business case include executive summaries, benefits, and alignments with the organization's strategic goals. Business intelligence techniques and tools include analytical processing, business intelligence portals, predictive analytics, advanced analytics, trend analysis, scenario planning, and balanced scorecards. Finally, examples of financial analysis terms and methods for assessing business health include balance sheets, budgets, cash flow statements, profit and loss statements, overhead, cash flow, cash reserves, return on investment, SWOT analysis, sales pipelines, and market positioning. The first subcompetency, business and competitive awareness, ensures professionals understand the organization's operations, functions, products, services, and the competitive, economic, social, and political aspects of the company. The 2 proficiency indicators for all HR professionals are using organizational and external resources to learn about the organization's business operations, functions, products, and services, and using organizational and external resources to learn about the political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental trends that influence the organization. Examples of this could include automation, unemployment trends, recessions, and talent shortages. Proficiency indicators for advanced HR professionals include gathering and applying business intelligence about PESTLE trends to define HR's strategic direction and long-term goals, applying expert knowledge of the organization's business operations, functions, products, and services when setting HR's strategic direction and long-term goals, applying an understanding of the labor market when developing a strategy to manage and compete for talent, and participating in advocacy activities involving government policy and proposed regulations related to the organization's HR strategies and long-term goals. Business analysis applies business metrics, principles, and technologies to inform and address business needs. Proficiency indicators for all HR professionals within this competency include using cost-benefit analysis, organizational metrics, key performance indicators, and critical data insights to inform business decisions, applying principles of finance, marketing, economics, sales, technology, law, and business systems to internal HR programs, practices, and policies, and using HR information systems and business technology to solve problems and address needs. For advanced professionals, The indicators elevate to include designing, implementing, and evaluating HR initiatives with consideration of value added, return on investment, utility, revenue, profit and loss statements, and other business indicators. Using risk assessment to inform HR's and the organization's strategic direction and long-term goals, determining the budget and resource requirements of HR initiatives, using HR information systems and business technology to solve business problems and address needs, and examining organizational problems and opportunities in terms of integrating HR solutions that maximize ROI and strategic effectiveness. Strategic alignment aligns HR strategy, communications, initiatives, and operations with the organization's strategic direction. All HR professionals are expected to demonstrate an understanding of the relationship between effective HR and effective core business functions, align decisions with HR's and the organization's strategic direction and goals, and create and communicate the business case or provide data to build the case for HR initiatives and their influence on efficient and effective organizational functions. For example, ROI measures for HR initiatives. For advanced HR professionals, strategic alignment includes defining and communicating HR's and the organization's strategy, goals, and challenges in terms of business results, aligning HR's strategic direction and long-term goals with the organization's overall business strategy and objective, applying the perspective of systems thinking to make HR and business decisions, driving key business results by developing strategies and long-term goals that account for senior leaders' input, serving as a strategic contributor to organizational decision-making on fiscal issues, product and service lines, operations, human capital, and technology, and evaluating all proposed business cases for HR initiatives. This competency underscores the importance of HR practitioners possessing a keen understanding of their organization's operations, functions, and external environment. By applying business tools, analysis, and strategic alignment, HR professionals can effectively contribute to the overarching business objectives. Consultation is the knowledge, skills, and other characteristics needed to work with organizational stakeholders in evaluating business challenges and identifying opportunities for the design, implementation, and evaluation of change initiatives, and to build ongoing support for HR solutions that meet the changing needs of customers and the business. Subcompetencies include evaluating business challenges, designing HR solutions, advising on HR solutions, change management, and service excellence. Key concepts include organizational change management theories and models, navigating the organizational change management process, consulting processes and models, effective consulting techniques, successful client interactions and methods for design and delivery of HR service functions and processes. Examples of organizational change management theories and models include Lewin's change management model, the McKinsey-Sevens model, Kotter's 8-step change model, and the Kubler-Ross change curve. Examples of organizational change management processes include obtaining leadership buy-in, building a case for change, engaging employees, communicating change, and removing barriers. Consulting processes and models, including the contributions of consulting to organizational systems and processes, include discovery, analysis and solution, recommendation, and implementation. Effective consulting techniques include understanding organizational culture and areas and limits of one's own expertise, setting reasonable expectations, and avoiding overpromising. Key components of successful client interactions includes listening, empathy, communication, and follow-ups. The final key concept for this competency, which discusses methods for design and delivery of HR service functions, include issue tracking and client service. Evaluating business challenges involves working with business partners to identify business challenges and opportunities for HR solutions. Proficiency indicators for all HR professionals within this subcompetency include partnering with stakeholders to understand the organization's current and future HR challenges and identify HR needs and opportunities for improvement, informing stakeholders about current and future HR-related threats and liabilities, and advising stakeholders on existing HR programs, practices, and policies that impede or support business success. For advanced HR professionals, the proficiency indicator is working with leadership to identify how HR can improve business outcomes and support the organization's strategic direction and long-term goals. The Designing HR Solutions subcompetency works with business partners and leaders to design HR solutions and initiatives that meet business needs. For all HR professionals, proficiency indicators include partnering with stakeholders to suggest HR solutions that are creative, innovative, effective, and based on best practices and research, providing guidance to non-HR managers regarding HR practices, compliance, laws, regulations, and ethics, and defining clear goals and outcomes for HR solutions and using them to drive solution design. For advanced HR professionals, proficiency indicators escalate to working with key internal stakeholders to identify initiatives that minimize threats and liabilities, determining strategic approaches to remediation of HR-related threats and liabilities, working with business leaders to create innovative, evidence-based talent management strategies that align with and drive the organization's strategy, and designing and overseeing evidence-based long-term strategic HR and business solutions. Advising on HR solutions involves working with business partners and leaders as they implement and support HR solutions and initiatives. Proficiency indicators for all HR professionals in this subcompetency include providing guidance to other HR professionals, non-HR managers, and business unit teams on the implementation of HR-related solutions, working with business partners to overcome obstacles to the implementation of HR solutions, providing follow-up and ongoing support for the implementation of HR solutions to ensure their continued effectiveness, and ensuring the implementation of HR solutions adheres to defined goals and outcomes. For advanced professionals, indicators include providing ongoing support and HR solutions to business unit leaders on the organization's strategic direction, encouraging staff and leaders to provide input on strategic HR and business decisions, working with leaders to overcome obstacles to the implementation of HR initiatives and integrating HR solutions with related organizational processes, systems, and other business or management initiatives. Change management leads and supports maintenance of or changes in strategy, organization, and business operations. Proficiency indicators for all employees include recommending ways to improve HR programs, practices, and policies, promoting buy-in among organizational stakeholders when implementing change initiatives, building buy-in among staff for organizational change, and aligning and deploying HR programs to support change initiatives. For advanced professionals, indicators include working with executives to identify when and where change may or may not be needed, building buy-in among leadership and staff at all levels for organizational change, defining change objectives and goals, overseeing the implementation of change initiatives across business units and throughout the organization, partnering with business leaders to achieve change objectives and goals, and providing support to HR staff at all levels during change initiatives. The Service Excellence subcompetency focuses on providing high-quality service to all stakeholders and contributes to a strong customer service culture. All HR professionals should identify, define, and clarify needs and requirements of stakeholders and report on the status of HR services provided and results that were achieved. respond promptly, courteously, and openly to stakeholder requests, and take ownership of stakeholder needs. Identify and resolve risks and early-stage problems in meeting stakeholder needs, and manage interactions with vendors and suppliers to maintain service quality. Advanced HR professionals should design and oversee HR programs, practices, and policies that ensure a strong, high-quality stakeholder service culture in the HR function. Oversee HR's stakeholder service objectives and outcomes. Identify larger system needs and issues influencing market requirements, and engage outside stakeholders to help meet requirements that go beyond HR's functional assignment, and develop and promote an organizational culture that excels at meeting stakeholder needs. This competency emphasizes the importance of effective communication, strategic thinking, and service excellence in delivering impactful HR solutions. As HR professionals advance in their proficiency, they become instrumental in guiding organizational change, designing innovative HR solutions, and fostering a culture of service excellence that ultimately contributes to overall business success. The final piece of the business cluster is analytical aptitude, which is the knowledge, skills, and other characteristics needed to collect and analyze qualitative and quantitative data, and to interpret and promote findings that evaluate HR initiatives and inform business decisions and recommendations. Sub-competencies here include data advocating, data gathering, data analysis, and evidence-based decision-making. The 6 key concepts of analytical aptitude are survey and assessment processing, sources of data, data analysis techniques and methods, basic concepts in statistics and measurement, interpretation of graphs and charts, and using data to support a business case. Examples of survey and assessment processes include development, administration, and validation, while examples of data sources include interviews, focus groups, employee and customer surveys, marketing data, and analytical reports. Data analysis techniques and methods include data cleansing and mining, visualization, big data analysis, statistical analysis, and predictive analysis. Some basic concepts of statistics and measurement are descriptive statistics, correlation, reliability, and validity. Interpreting graphs and charts includes graphics like bar charts, line graphs, scatter plots, and histographs, while data used to support a business case might include things like interpretation, visualization, graphical representation, and storytelling. The data advocate subcompetency focuses on understanding and promoting the importance and utility of data. Within this subcompetency, all HR professionals should demonstrate an understanding of the importance of using data to inform business decisions and recommendations. Promote the importance of evidence-based decision-making. Promote the importance of validating HR programs, practices, and policies to ensure they achieve desired outcomes and identify decision points that can be informed by data and evidence. Advanced professionals should promote the role of evidence in setting and validating HR's strategic direction and long-term goals, support an organizational culture that promotes the collection and incorporation of data into decision-making, and supports the organizational processes, policies, and procedures to do so, and promote the use of HR metrics for understanding organizational performance. The next subcompetency, data gathering, helps professionals understand how to determine data utility and identify and gather data to inform organizational decisions. Proficiency indicators for all HR professionals within this subcompetency include maintaining working knowledge of data collection, research methods, benchmarks, and HR metrics, identifying sources of the most relevant data for solving organizational problems and answering questions, gathering data using appropriate methods to inform and monitor organizational solutions, scanning external sources for data relevant to the organization, and benchmarking HR initiatives and outcomes against the organization's competition and other relevant comparison groups. For advanced HR professionals, the proficiency indicators elevate to include ensuring that resources and processes are in place to facilitate systematic collection of data and to inform HR's strategic direction and long-term goals, identifying new sources of data or new methods of data collection to inform and evaluate HR initiatives, and interacting with leaders outside of the organization to collect data relevant to HR. Professionals who utilize data analysis analyze data to evaluate HR initiatives and business challenges. All HR professionals should maintain working knowledge of statistics and measurement concepts, identify potentially misleading or flawed data, conduct analysis to identify evidence-based best practices, evaluate HR initiatives, and determine critical findings, maintain objectivity when interpreting data, and identify gaps in data based on analysis and seek missing data. Advanced professionals should maintain advanced knowledge of statistics and measurement concepts, oversee comprehensive and systematic evaluations of the organization's HR programs, practices, and policies, and critically review and interpret the results of analyses to identify evidence-based best practices, evaluate HR initiatives, and determine critical findings. We've talked a bit about evidence-based performances, which perfectly segues into our final sub-competency for today, evidence-based decision-making. Evidence-based decision-making uses the results of data analysis to inform the best course of action. Proficiency indicators for all HR professionals within this sub-competency include reporting key findings to business and HR leaders, using research findings to evaluate different courses of action and their impacts on the organization, applying data-driven knowledge and best practices from one situation to the next, ensuring HR programs, practices, and policies reflect research findings and best practices, objectively examining HR programs, practices, and policies as a result of data collected and observed, and using that data to explain and support business decisions to employees and leaders. For advanced professionals, indicators include communicating critical data analysis findings and their implications for HR's strategic direction and goals to senior leaders, using research findings to inform HR's strategic direction and long-term goals, developing best practices based on evidence from industry literature, peer-reviewed research, experience, and other sources, sponsoring evidence-based initiatives for process improvement, and using data to support business cases. That's all for today's lesson. If you're interested in getting notified when we upload a new video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. Remember, HR is more than just acronyms. It's about people and possibilities. Time to clock out until next time. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.